for athletes, burnout. How can they avoid it? We have student athletes who are into football, who are into karate, whatever sport they are doing.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, I just picked that word burnout. So how can they avoid burnout?
Burnout can be avoided in 2 ways. First of all, by the athletes.
Maybe you should do it this way. What is burnout in sport?
Burnout is when you are working or whatever you are doing, all of a sudden you think it's too much on your head.
Okay.
It's too much. You cannot do it anymore. It's heavy. I cannot even get up from bed to go and do what I want to do. But the thing is that most people who have burnout are doing the things they love. So you ask yourself, why can you get burnout doing the things you love? But it is possible. Because when you get burnout, it's because you are taking too much on yourself. It's in the mental stage. Burnout is also something that has to do with performance. You feel you're not performing the way you should perform. Because burnout is also a standard set by the school or by the sport you're playing for. They say, okay, good, maybe you are playing football. Okay, you have to score maybe 5 goals in different matches, and you don't score these 5 goals, you feel like a failure. Or you are going to school. That's why some countries, they remove grading in their school, because it causes burnout for the children.
Because when you look at your grades, you feel bad.
You're number 29 in the class of whatever. Most of these rich people now we have, the billionaires we have in this world, they didn't go to school. So you ask yourself, how did they make it? But it's not because they didn't go. They went to school, they left early. But they already had that basic education already. So the thing is that we have to reduce that standard setting for the children in school and say, okay, you have to be first in the class. You have to be first in the class. There's nothing wrong with being first in class. But if a child takes 7th, say, well done. You have done well. You
can improve.
You can improve. I'm proud of you for what you have done now. Give that child the feeling that you are proud of the child first, and then we can move on to the next one. The same thing with sports. You cannot force a fish to climb a tree. So if a child who is doing sports or whatever sport they are doing and they cannot excel, then you will say, okay, this is where the child is. How can we improve this child in that level? So the coaches and the teachers and the schools and the government also have to help and reduce the pressure on the children.
Okay, that takes us to that question, how the government must help.
Yes.
What do you think government needs to do to help? What are those things?
First of all, the government has to start loving us.
Okay. okay. Nigerians should love Nigerians.
The government has to start loving Nigerians.
The citizens.
Just love their citizens. Because the same way you love your children, I'll make a very, very simple example. You have a father with a child that loves his child, a father that doesn't love his child. You will see the result in the children. Yeah? It's very, very, very clear. You see the bruises, you see the way the child comes to school. You see the unhappiness, you see the child has been loved. It has been seen. So if the government loves their people, they will find a way to make people happy.
To do the things that they
to
need.
Make the things that to make a functioning society is not just about making money. A functioning society is having a healthy society. That everybody is healthy. That everybody has something to do. That there is a way, because people finish school today now. After they finish university, where is the work? Where are the jobs? There are no jobs. The government has to set jobs.
And those that are doing sport, that could use that to their advantage.
To the advantage.
No platforms.
When it comes to sports, the government has to make competitions available. That is the only way. Training is good, but competitions, regular competitions. Facilities. They have to build facilities, and when they build the facilities, they have to make the competitions available for the sports people. That is why competitions is not. I know we have competition maybe once or twice, for like a handball example, once or twice a year for the athletes. There has to be a regular competition, for example, a league, where they will be played every weekend. It is not expensive. We have calculated it. It's not expensive. Every weekend for a competition, they'll be training once or twice a week, and every weekend they will be playing against each other. That is how standards increase. And that is the way government can help. They just have to love us first, take interest in our concern, and the rest will follow.
The rest will follow. Coming from Richard Agbonifo. Maybe I should be calling you sports psychologist now.
No, I have experienced it.
Okay.
And I'm just talking about it because it's painful. I know I'm in Germany, but this is my home. It is painful to see how we suffer We are suffering in the midst of plenty in this country.
Okay, well, sportsmen and women, young ones out there, parents, guardians, at least to see how they can allow their worlds to combine sports and education. That's why we brought Richard Agbonifo today to at least give us those impacts of combining the two. And really, he has spoken at length and deeper than we thought. And in fact, he has become a psychologist on the show. We really appreciate your time with us. And right now, we know that Heart One Foundation has been there at least at the forefront of trying to make sure our children out there compete favorably when it comes to sport. And they've been doing their best trying to see how they can give all the necessary attention and support to develop sportsmen and women, especially the youths who are into school, and also those less privileged in the society, not forgetting well, they call them para-athletes. I still remember seeing them at the school sports competition where the foundation helped them out to at least make them happy. Well, we just have to go now. Our time is up. But Richard Agbonifo, just one line to people out there.
One line. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Well, one line is, we are one people, we are Nigerians. Nigerians are resourceful. We are better than we are. We are better than we are being seen, and we can do more. And if we have the support, Nigerians will excel in every aspect, in sports and in education.
Seriously, coming from Richard Agbonifo, their president, founder, hand-to-hand foundation, try to see how they can improve in sports in Nigeria using education and sports together. They've been doing a lot. I'm just have to talk about that and really appreciate your time with us on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, good one there. Well, our time is up. We just have to go now. We know that a lot of matches are coming up in the NWFL for today. Match day 8, back to life when it comes to women football. Also, the World Cup qualifier will be on for different nations. I'll be playing UEFA Champions League for women. Games will be off for Real Madrid. They defeated Arsenal by 2 goals. But Olympic Lyon women, they showed their class where they are the Real Madrid of women football when it comes to Champions League. They won 2 against Bayern women. That's it on the show. 360 Sport on Trust TV, where the entire crew has actually made it happen. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Sport. It's always business and fitness, as we always say. Thank you so much, Richard Agbonifo, once again. At least it's a good thing to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good one there.